Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes his connection. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got it behind the line. It's Silva. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to the run. Fighting off the defender. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that one.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw at Higgins. Coming after him. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Oklahoma State 7, Georgia Tech 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Higgins. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The offense will come onto the field again. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Silva. Across the 25. He's got room. Racing to the right. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Higgins. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oh, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Here's the handoff. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the returner goes down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll try the run. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Hand off from the shotgun. Turns it on in midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Silva. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. To the air, it's Higgins. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's right on target.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going up top on first down. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half.
Nothing but green ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The give to the back. And the Yellow Jackets will have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Higgins. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They're going to ride this running back. At the 45, on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. 10. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia is just getting the backside of those silver britches kicked today. This is the kind of game diehards of other SEC programs have been waiting for. They're trailing by 20 to NC State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got room at the 35. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Higgins. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Higgins. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
What a tremendous job in coverage by that DB. He just stayed in the receiver's hip pocket, then able to locate the football and swat it away.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
First down for the offense.
The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
To the ground with the back. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First and goal, Oklahoma State. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma State 31, Georgia Tech 17.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. trying to pound it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Now, Oklahoma State.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Wide receiver shows motion. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. And after that penalty on the defense, the offense needs to move it just a hair more on 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Fires left. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Get set.
He's going to pass. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Corners are going to bail. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Got his man on the right. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First and goal, Georgia Tech.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up.
Down, 55, weak. Belly stunner.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a 3rd and long.
Cricket.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and made. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw, it's Higgins. He makes the connection. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He caught it down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll line up to go for 2. Gets it out quickly. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game.
Oklahoma State, 45. Georgia Tech, 32.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.